Happy holidays and welcome to Brunswick Beat,
Brunswick County's only television news show brought to you by the Brunswick Beacon. I'm Rachel Johnson.
And I'm Stacy Manning. During a tirade at Monday's County Commissioners meeting, Embattled County Commissioner Charles Warren asked people to treat others with respect. He made this plea almost immediately after yelling at fellow commissioners, DSS board member Pat Sykes, and a local activist, Jenny Quaglia, calling them all racist.
To me, I feel that this whole thing, from Sykes, from Aquila, to even the members of this board, is nothing but a bunch of racists. I'm calling you all out because this whole thing has been going on for 6 months. Sykes has been constantly disrespecting this chair.
Warren's accusations came after County Commissioners Chairman Bill Sue announced commissioners plan to have a hearing on January 17th to determine if there's just cause to remove Warren from the DSS board. Commissioners voted unanimously to have the hearing. Sue had Warren removed from the meeting before the vote.
I don't appreciate you calling me a racist. I voted to put you on the DSS board, as did the rest of the commissioners, with faith in you that you would do your job. The only reason this is happening, pick up the newspaper. So what? Now it's my turn. All right. Hey, we pick up newspaper all the time. We pick up newspaper all the time.
You are out of order.
Yeah, so what?
Oh, so
Satan
what?
is always out of order.
You are out of order. Now be quiet.
Well,
You had your say. I asked you if you were through, and you said yes.
You won't call the sheriff and take me out. Get me out.
I can't do that.
Well, you do it
I
then.
have that authority.
For more on this story, including a Beacon investigation into open meetings and public records violations during Warren's tenure on the DSS board, pick up this week's Beacon.
If you've ever driven by it, you know why they stopped. Plain old-fashioned curiosity. Last Friday, the History Channel's American Pickers spent the day indulging their curiosity at Dale Varnum's place in Varnum Town off Stone Chimney Road. American Pickers stars Mike Wolfe and Frank Fritz arrived in their van with several Winnebagos in tow. The crew went to work setting up the lighting and sound, and before Dale knew it, the Pickers were digging through his stuff. He said they picked for nearly 10 hours in different locations on his property. While they purchased just a few items, they didn't get what they wanted the most. Dale said he just isn't ready to part with his movie memorabilia, a car from the 1972 epic crime film The Godfather. The American Pickers episode will air sometime in the future on the History Channel. Dale has promised to contact the Beacon as soon as he knows when the show will be on, and will be sure to share the news with you. $1 million is on the table as a grant from the State Employees Credit Union Foundation to the Lower Cape Fear Hospice Foundation. All the community has to do is raise another $500,000 before July of 2012. The 7-bed SECU hospice house is under construction and is anticipated to open in July of 2012. It will offer medical and respite care in a home-like environment. Patients will be admitted for around-the-clock pain and symptom monitoring, for family members to gain caregiving skills or receive rest from caregiving, and if home care is not possible during the last days of life. Donations may be made to the Closer to Home Capital Campaign online at brunswickclosertohome.org or by calling 796-7900.
Last week, Calabash Town Commissioner Jody Nance resigned from the town board. This week, he says he's changed his mind. The decision came following a meeting Monday morning with Calabash Mayor Mary Knight, where the two discussed Nance's resignation and their differences. After the meeting, they agreed jointly to send out a press release from Town Hall stating they have found common ground and have decided to work through their differences for the betterment of the town. Sunset Beach Town Council called a special meeting at noon Wednesday, December 21st. Sunset Beach Mayor Pro Tem Lou DeVita said he called the meeting to discuss the authority of newly elected Mayor Richard Serrato. Town Administrator Gary Parker said council vote was unanimous to have the meeting. The Beacon will follow up with details online at brunswickbeacon.com and in next week's Beacon.
A long line of residents waited to receive items during the annual holiday distribution by Brunswick Family Assistance on December 15th in Sunset Beach. Laura Mori, BFA Assistant Program Manager, said the day's distribution of donated toys and clothes, along with holiday food and turkeys, encompassed more than 1,300 children and nearly 400 families. More items were distributed on Senior Day and in Leland. Mori said the numbers of those in need this holiday season have increased.
Shiloh police are searching for a suspect wanted for cocaine possession and other charges. Kawan Bethea, 42, of McMillie Road in Shalode, is wanted for felony possession of cocaine, felony flee to elude arrest, driving while license revoked, careless and reckless driving, fictitious tags, and property damage. Authorities warn Bethea may be armed and dangerous. Anyone with information about him or his whereabouts is asked to contact Brunswick County Central Communications at 253-7490 and ask for the on-call Shalode detective.
Brunswick County drug agents seized more than 100 marijuana plants, which totaled 9 pounds from a home on Lexington Avenue in Leland. They also discovered paraphernalia agents say is consistent with an elaborate indoor grow operation. Brooke Van Horn and Jason Sykes were arrested and face multiple drug charges. The investigation is ongoing and more charges are likely. Read more about these stories and much more in this week's Beacon, available on newsstands now. Welcome to the Beacon Sports Report. In West Brunswick High School boys basketball action, the Trojans lost 2 conference games last week. They were defeated 67-59 at North Brunswick and 74-69 at home to West Bladen. West Brunswick is 1-2 in the conference and 4-5 overall. The West Brunswick dance team performed during halftime. After a 1-point loss at North Brunswick, the West Brunswick girls basketball team beat West Bladen 49-37. The home victory was the first this season in the conference for the Lady Trojans, who are now 1-2 in conference play and 3-5 overall. The Brunswick Community College men's basketball team finished 2-1 in the BCC Basketball Classic on their home court. On Thursday, BCC beat Spartanburg St. Ignatius 101 to 110 on a layup by Quentin Morrow in the final seconds. The Beacon was there and caught it on tape. On Friday, BCC beat Caldwell 81-77, and on Saturday, BCC lost 97-71 to Palm Beach, a nationally ranked team. The West Brunswick High School wrestling team got 6 falls in beating North Brunswick 52-18 on December 13th. The wrestling team finished 3-2 in the St. James Duels December 17th. West beat Myrtle Beach 47-30, Georgetown 60-21, and Carolina Forest 53-21. West lost 54-24 to host St. James and lost 37-33 to Socastee. Find all these great sports stories and much more in this week's Beacon.
Good morning, Laura. Who have you got today at Cattails?
This is Thelma. Thelma's one of my favorites. She's a beautiful long-haired calico female spade.
She really is.
She has one leg that has been amputated. She hurt her leg jumping over a fence and it had to be removed. But she's all recovered. It's her back right leg. She's all recovered This doesn't slow her down at all. She's up on top of things and running around and having a good time. Playing with the other cats. She loves toys. And she is beautiful.
She really is, and I've heard from one of the volunteers here today that she's just so sweet and affectionate.
She is. She loves people, loves to be petted and played with, picked up, carried around, all the things that you want a cat to do.
Aww.
She'd be a wonderful holiday gift for any family.
She really would. So come on down here to Cattails. They're open to the public on Wednesdays from 11 to 1 and on Saturdays and Sundays from
11 till 3.
And the winners are the Brunswick Life Photo Contest offered readers a chance to share glimpses of what makes life in Brunswick County special. There were a total of 147 entries into the contest. The first place award in the teen category went to Tiffany Carmichael for her photo Boat Life. Second place was awarded to Savannah Michaud of Oak Island for her photo simply called Dragonfly, and her brother John Macon Michaud claimed third place for his photo called Butterfly Drinking Nectar. Find winning entries on this week's tie page of the newly redesigned beacon. Winning entries in the children's divisions will be featured on the Tides page of next week's Beacon. And be sure to pick up this week's paper for a free 2012 calendar featuring photos from this year's photo contest.
Diners are lamenting the closure this week of Granny Allen's Country Kitchen in Calabash. The longtime breakfast and lunch eatery is being sold to make way for expansion of the Calabash Fire Department. Longtime owner Brenda Dixon, renowned for her collection of decorative hats she wears, says she isn't ready to retire and hopes she can find another site to open a restaurant. Granny Allen's will close at 2 p.m. Thursday, December 22nd.
Dancers across Brunswick County came together recently to share holiday magic with a coastal twist. Dancers performed the Nutcracker Under the Sea last weekend at the Odell Williamson Auditorium. Instead of the traditional mice and other characters associated with the ballet, there were loggerhead turtles and pirates.
13-year-old Catherine Cheatham, a 7th grader at Shallotte Middle School, is staring up holiday goodies this season. She plans to one day open her own business called Butterbeans Bakery. The Beacon visited with Catherine recently as she baked goodies for her teachers. As she plans her future bakery and outlines her holiday baking plans, Catherine says she just wants to teach kids they're not too young to follow their dreams and help others. She also shares one of her recipes for cinnamon glazed pecans in this week's Beacon.
Candles around the world will be lit in honor of the start of Hanukkah, also called the Festival of Lights. For the following 7 days at sundown, another candle will be lit. The holiday is a celebration of a historical holiday in Judaism. Menorahs are traditionally placed near windows to allow others to share in the warmth of the holiday. Candles typically burn at least a half an hour. Across Brunswick County, many Jewish families are celebrating the holiday with their loved ones, and for the first time, the town of Oak Island is lighting a menorah in front of Town Hall.
That's all the time we have for tonight, but you can read all these stories and much more in this week's Beacon. Did you know you may be eligible to win a $100 Visa gift card because you watch ATMC and Brunswick Beat? That would be a great post-Christmas gift. We want to hear about what you think about this channel and our show, so go online to atmc.net/TV survey and complete a survey for a chance to be entered into the gift card drawing. As always, you can email us at brunswickbeat@brunswickbeacon.com.
Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week for a brand new edition of the Brunswick Beat, Brunswick County's only television news show. We close this week's show with video from last Saturday's Christmas parade in Bolivia. From everyone at the Beacon and ATMC TV, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Hanukkah.
Oh!